Hi, I'm Fish of the Justice League. This is my second test video watching a medic who's pretty new to the game. His name is Dagun from Team Colonslash. Obviously I do mentor these guys, so I actually do know who's playing what class. Been working with Dagun for a couple of weeks now, showing a lot of potential for a new medic. So kind of quickly review his demo of an official on Snakewater. I'm going to be as gentle as I can, as I have promised him. If you are ready again on the stream, Brain, if you could resume in 3, 2, 1, resume. Don't know if it's the same for you, Brain. I've got that annoying bug where I can't see who's healing. I keep getting that in TF2 recently. Okay, that's cool. So obviously I'd assume his heals here are quite nice. Probably a right choice to go up and split. Watching the demo, a little bit risky there. The problem with Snake mid is you need to tag on to your demo, but your demo also, Flamey needs to also be aware that he needs to get your health as well. And I think that's led to a really kind of rough mid from you guys. Flame needs to be getting healed, but he also needs to be in a position to be healed. He's moved across a bit too early. It's a nice aggression there, but if it's not followed up by the two soldiers, it's never going to work, and obviously the health he was on. So just be aware about that on your Snake mid. Flame too far forward, too aggressive to go in without your heals. So just watch it now. Obviously you should be holding on to last. Rolling out a heavy as well, good choice.
Time has been added.
1 second. So you should just be holding on to here. They should have an Uber. I'm not sure if Rafa is the medic at the moment. If he is the medic, no, he's not. Medic's just Ubered in. So you've Ubered in here. The only thing you can really do is try and get the demo as much HP as possible. Try and dance around. It's pretty much a lost cause from what happened at mids. So you're going to see another rollout to mids. Again, the heals are pretty fine on the way to mid. I'm going to assume that they're fine. You're buffing one soldier, which you should be. You should pick up your next soldier in a minute. The only thing is I'm not sure how much Drac is going to get into mid with without the heals to be able to see. Nice choice to buff a scout. Again, you need to be getting onto Flame a little bit quicker than that, and Flame needs to be linking. That's the problem with the mids at the moment, is now you're going to have to pull a soldier down. If you had the demo man damage here, you would be easily have pushed them out. They've got the option to come back in because the demo's down. I think your two soldiers have done really, really well here. Really well played from Mike and Drax. They've really linked up really nicely. They've pushed the team back. But just be aware, that's 2 mids in a row where you've lost your demo. Definitely want to be keeping him up as much as possible. Again, nice from a soldier that you're healing, which is Mike. Nice hit on the medic. Gonna get a little bit sort of out here, and I think that's kind of a problem. You're still very much alone. No, the other soldier behind you is not so bad. This is a nice choice. The Uber was used just to kind of push them backwards and get the cap. This is nice play from you guys, and that's the right choice to make. Just use that Uber, get the Uber out of them, get that point. There's nothing more to be done. I think they are 3 down, so you need to be pushing here, which you are, which is fantastic. Really nice. Demo man's gone down. This should be yours. That is fantastic play. Really fantastic play from your team. The only downside was how quickly your demo died at mid. So that was a really nice rounds after the first initial rounds, which was a bit rough. So another rollout to mid. Bum bum bum. Again, this is better because you've been able to pick up Flamey. This is better. So you've got the demo man spam. You need to try and keep your soldiers up top. Your soldiers have been bullied down and given up the top a little bit. You've lost one soldier now. You've lost a scout now. And this is where you should be thinking about falling back. I can see the health of Flame as is a little bit weak. You're quite weak as well. I think you're fighting a lost cause here. You really need to pull back. You've managed to keep your demo and soldier up. So nice medic in there. The healing was really nice when he had both close together. So that was a nice bit. You need to fall out a little bit quicker. Demo stayed alive at mid, which was better for me. Again, this is pretty much fine what you're doing here. Perhaps Flame is a little bit exposed. Nicely held on to the Uber. I think you wouldn't have been to blame if you'd popped there because of damage coming in. So it was nicely held on the Uber. Someone's taking the med pack, so just be aware to talk to your team and say, look, I need the med pack, you can heal them. Got med pack now. I assume you're going to try and push. From what I can see, you're actually taking 4 people in from this left side. I think there was another scout there, and again your demo man's gone down too early for my liking. If you're going to do a push, your demo man is key to this push. Right choice to fall back here. It's all failed. No one else should be dying. Your demo's gone down. Everyone else needs to revert into a defensive mode, which you're doing here. They are probably going to come into this. They are going to cap 2. You don't have your demo man spam. You need to keep falling back, which you are deciding to do, which is the right choice. Just be careful. You keep, what I am noticing, you keep just floating in front of your player that you're healing. You're not right at this moment, but occasionally you kind of, it looks like your player's going to go back in and you move in front of him, then he falls back, and you just kind of go in front of him from time to time. You need to keep behind them and use them as a shield, so you can't be in front of the player, so you need the player between you and the spam and the damage and the other team. It's a nice choice to fall back. You've got a good team, good 6 people to defend this with. Just be very aware of how you're playing at the moment. My only thoughts would be is you're very vulnerable to a spy because you're not flicking round enough. You're kind of looking forwards. Fantastic work from Flame. He's just taken 3 people. My concern would be that you should be with him. Your heavy's on last. Leave your heavy. Push, push, push. Flame has been forward there. Flame's taken 3 people. There was another pick that went down. You need to be a little bit more forward with your demo. So you need to connect better. Your demo man and your pocket soldier need to be closer. You're going to cap this, which is fine. Right choice again to cap. Now you need to fall back a touch. Just get health out to the soldier. There's not a lot more you can do. You've got the cap. So at the moment I'm seeing, from my first thoughts, I'm seeing a bit of a poor link up between you and Flame, the demo man. Seeing a bit of a poor link up between you two, and I think if you two could link just a little bit better. Your soldiers are linking quite nicely into you, but it's like Flame is a very solo person and he needs to be brought more into it, or you need to get more with him. Now this is a nice hold of defense. You know, there's no advantages for you to push with. I don't think the medic ever died on that last push. I'm not sure who was playing medic. I should have looked or asked you for that one. If I was you, I'd be having a soldier up on that top right pipe. So the pipe running along the top right sides, I'll be having a soldier there. I don't particularly like how much you've got close to you because it gives you more to heal. So you've got to think about 2 soldiers and a demo man if the Ubers come in, where you want to just be thinking about 2 people. But this is a nice patient hold, actually. This is
stand on the point.
Get the standoff at the moment. But, you know, it can be like this sometimes. It can be a little bit stale. You don't want to make too many mistakes. And especially if this is an official. Obviously official, it's key that you win this. Again, a lot of the times there's quite a lot of people. I'm not sure why you're moving back up here. For me, the position you were holding was fine. I'm not sure why you've gone away from that. If you see from where we're looking at now, the right side is very open. I mean, they could walk in the right side without being challenged too much. I'm not sure where Flame's got his stickies, but they could still walk in that right side. They could get in kind of unopposed. You've got a soldier scout over there, but not an awful lot more else. Whereas if Flame wanted to get and defend the right side, he's going to have to move a further distance than he would if he was on the trains. This is more the position I'd be holding if it was Uber disadvantage. They picked up a scout kill, so hopefully they should move on that. And they are running a sniper, and this is a danger here, the sniper. Nice pick up by Flame. Still running a sniper, I can see him peeking that window. Uber's been forced, but you've lost 2 players to get that force off. Nice pop. Didn't hold on to it too long. There was nothing more to be done here. You should pick off that scout. He picked off 2 people here. So again, Flames in on the mids. You're not healing him, but they have just gone round you, so they've gone round the other side. Unless you've got someone who's going to block that, you are going to get back capped. Unlucky with a back cap. I think for the numbers you had up, because you lost a lot of players to actually force the Uber off them. Because of that, it's left you in this situation here. I think when you'd picked off those 2 frags, you should have just fallen back. Whether it was miscommunication, now you've got 2 to defend last with, and I just think that mistake there was a little bit costly. It's going to cost you a round. They are going to cap this, unless someone comes up with something huge like Mike. But that all comes from being a little bit too eager to push. Once, you know, if you and Flame had fallen back with a soldier as well, perhaps that would have been a little bit different. But just be aware of how many numbers you've got up. You know, you're pushing CP3, which takes longer to cap. So it takes longer to cap. Obviously, your back cap is more possible on CP2, especially when they've just taken everything around the other side. Well played from them. Their team did the right thing. They made the right choice. So watching another mid here again. A little bit better from this mid. You managed to pick up Flame, but the damage you've taken is incredible. You should be going for the HP here. You're absolutely no use to your team on this health. I mean, your team are probably going to kick this up, but 1 loose pipe would take you there. Well played to your team. They did that without your heals. There was no need for you to be back in on that mid. They would have done that with or without you. That was well played from them. So just be aware of your health. You would have been about an extra 3 seconds delayed into mids. An interesting choice to push straight on like this. And there's a scout cap, and you've pretty much committed to this push on last. You are falling back, but it's left you so open. I mean, it's a good job you have fallen back. You've lost your demo man now, and I think you've lost a demo for what? A soldier pick, which for me is not a good exchange. I think you are much better there just to get CP2 and wait for it to go again. You killed the medic at mid, as far as I'm aware, so you've got an uber advantage. There's nothing else to it, but instead you've given the other team time. There's a soldier drop down. Oh, please kill that soldier down. Yeah, they've just given you another pick now. But you've just wasted sort of 15-20 seconds to wait to get your demo man back up, and you're still just kind of waiting around here. You just need to set a push and go, and that's what happens when you're just waiting around. You're encouraging them to come in and force that Uber. They popped, so I assume their medic didn't die at mids. Your demo man's out. Nice work from the scout soldier there on the right side. They've hunted together. This is turning into a little bit of a nicer push. You've still got enough players in. Unlucky that 1 rocket there is just destroyed 2 players. It is a little bit unlucky. I think I would be disappointed about that if I was Flame, the demo, is because he had stickies on the point. If someone had committed to getting on the point, he would have probably picked up 2 or 3 frags, and that would have been a slightly different push. So you had people on the right side that, you know, even if they're weak, they don't know that you're particularly that weak. You should have committed something to getting onto the point. It's good that you stayed alive. I mean, that's really positive that you stayed alive, because your team has still got CP2. You can set up another push here.
I am fully charged.
See you trying to peek left side. I assume they're not running a sniper. If they're running a sniper, your demo would be dead. Your demo's committed here. I think, you know, you're wise not to use the Uber. I think your demo kind of couldn't do enough there. If you'd used the Uber, he would have been weak at the end of the Uber. You would have been in a bad position. You were probably right not to use it, and I think Flame was a little bit too excitable to get in there and try and get some frags off. I think you're much better just sort of setting up a patient push. So, I mean, credit for you for not using that Uber there. But when you'd lost another player, so Spike had gone down as well, you need to be keeping 6 people up. You can't be losing silly people unless it's specifically perhaps to go in. Again, Spike's gone down. I'm not sure what Spike's playing at the moment, but Spike's gone down if he's playing a spy or something like that. Again, the advantage of watching STV, I actually know what class he is. See, here is a little bit stale. There's nothing to stop you here. One pick, you've taken down one class. There's nothing to stop you now from jumping a soldier in to try and enforce the pop, to give you a better advantage. And you've just run over stickies. You are so lucky. You're such a lucky boy, running over those stickies. You've got the Uber out of them. You just need to fall out through pit. You hopefully should survive here. You just need to be falling back. You don't need to be staying in to spam anymore. You've lost your 2 soldiers. You need to get out here. This is a lost cause. Just fall. You know, 2 soldiers down. That's 2 damage class gone. You've got your scouts up. So again, at least you haven't lost so much that you won't lose CP2. So we're gonna see you build up an Uber again. So just sort of waiting here for the next push. Nothing to stop you here from one of the scouts going for a sniper, maybe going for a heavy, giving you something different than the standard setup. I think, you know, it's getting a bit stale now. Now's the time where you might want to mix it up a little bit. I can hear they're running a sniper. You're a little bit grouped here. That door opening, the sniper could have picked you. Mike's gone in. I assume Mike's gone in to try and pop them. If he had popped, that was kind of a nice idea. Flame getting a bit of spam. Mike trying to get in there and pop, trying to force the issue. I think he may have made the medic pop actually, so well played Mike if he has made the medic pop. Nice use of the Uber, I mean nice save on Drac there. But again, it's how your team are getting split up. I think Drac and Flamey are kind of going in 2 separate directions. So there you had to kind of move it, either you had to save Drac or you had to save Flamey. And I don't think you want your demo man to get on a point. You want your demo to sticky the point to get someone on there, but not go in like that. But well played to Mike, the roam soldier for TC. Obviously he's made them pop and he's given you a better advantage. But with that Uber advantage, the better solution there would probably be to Uber 2 scouts in. 2 scouts is a nice push on Snakewater, going in the right side, bullying their medic back. You probably would have picked up the med kill as well with 2 scouts. The 2 scouts would have just destroyed him. So again, they should be having an Uber advantage against you. Their medic never went down. Nothing to stop you doing the exact same thing again. I mean, they're trying to move on to you, so it's nice that you've built the Uber up. I like the idea of going to last. You do have a scout with you, which might just make it work. It hasn't, and Flames got disconnected from you. It was a nice idea. I think the better choice there would have been to keep your team together. Your 2 soldiers never committed to last because your 2 soldiers were nowhere near, so you're sacrificing damage classes. So the better option there would be just to kind of stick with your soldiers. You could have just Ubered back at them, picked off a few frags at the end of an Uber. Their team wouldn't have realised how close you were, and you were very close to the Uber there. So just a bad choice there to try and go around the back of them. By the time you actually got on it and killed the heavy, they would have come back anyway, which they did do. So back to this sort of situation, I'm really not sure why I haven't seen you run a heavy or a sniper. You know, a heavy could be quite nice on Snake class. It can anchor you down a little bit. It gives them a lot more damage to try and put out. Heavy's nice to Uber in, takes all the distraction away while your classes perhaps move down the left sides. They're just cool that they've got charge. Time's not on your side at the moment. There's 1 minute 50 left in this round. The time for sort of playing like this is gone. You need to kind of get in. You want to leave yourself time for 2 more pushes. So for me, you just need to push your team in here and hope that something breaks from their side. So just Uber in, force the Uber out of them, see where it leaves you. Because now you're leaving you just enough time for this 1 push, and it's all or nothing now. Rather than going in sort of 20 seconds ago and leaving yourself with an opportunity for another push, perhaps rolling out the crits. When you died the last time, I might have decided to go for the crits, just something again. It's very stale. You're really wasting an awful lot of time here. I would be moving, I would be doing something. You're leaving yourself with a minute left. I can understand trying to be patient that you can do this, but this is just 1 chance push. They have to defend this push, and then it's a round reset. Flame's going to go down, so again, you're wasting more time. 20 seconds until he's back. It's going to leave you 30 seconds to get last 8 seconds off their Uber. You know, that's not enough time. I hope you prove me wrong and really cap this. Just need to move in. You need to not be afraid and just go for this. They're not going to push you. They're really, nothing else is going to change. They're not going to give you a pick. Choosing to go now on 25 seconds left in the rounds. Run again over the same sticky trap you've run over. I just think you're very disconnected from your players. Sometimes your players went into the pit and you stayed up on the top. They're just going to kill and reset here.
3, 2, 1. Overtime. Alert. The control point is being contested.
An interesting choice for them to try and to cap back 2 when they could just reset the rounds and go for 3. I mean, that for me is a really interesting choice to try and cap 2. I would have just gone for the round reset and played a middle again, because they have thrown an awful lot of players away. Unless you get someone on that point really quickly. Oh, nice shot by that soldier. Very nice shot by that soldier. Okay, so probably a tip there is if it's getting a bit stale, you need to mix it up a bit. When you go down, or when you went down, try the Kritzkrieg. Switch out for scouts for something else. I don't know if Spike was running Spy at any point. I'd imagine he tried it. Otherwise, run a heavy, run a sniper, run something that's going to give you something different for the last push. Because I'd imagine the motivation now is a little bit low. You know, 10 minutes of pushing last and not capping it's a bit detrimental to the team. You're again taking a huge amount of damage and you're not picking up HP. It's really risky for that scout floating around top left. If you catch a pipe or a rocket, you've gone. I like that you've stayed with your team though. I mean, you know, you've really helped your team there. I wouldn't have done. I hate my team. Sodom. I'd rather stay alive. But no, again, a pretty nice mid, and that comes down to Flamey's not died on mids. So it's starting to exert a little bit of pressure onto them. You can't stay in this area here. This is just a spam area. You need to move. You know, there's no benefit to you spamming them, and your demo's gone down again. I just think the amount of times your demo's going down without anything really for it is a little bit disappointing. Drak has just got a kill that possibly might be the medic. So Drak going huge there. Really nice from your scouts to pick up you. I really wish I had who was playing what and who's alive right now. So I think Drak did kill the medic there, so fantastic play from Drak. This is nice just to move on. You're now running quite a big Uber advantage because of the medic going down, but again your demo's a bit disconnected from you. You don't have a build target, so it might not be as good of an Uber advantage as if you had a soldier standing next to you. So again, we're back to pushing last. So you need to be thinking about here what you want to do. You still should have some sort of Uber advantage. You're at 90%. You need to be in a position now to move on it. So if we was to look at the clock, it is 9:27 and you've got the Uber. That's 7 seconds that have been wasted. you've Ubered through. By the time you've got in, you've waited 10 seconds. They had enough time to get their Uber. I think you need to be a lot quicker with your Ubers. There was an Uber advantage there. No matter how small, there was an Uber advantage there for me. Mike's gone in and picked himself up a frag. Oh, and the medic. Well played, Mike. Oh, well played, Mike. 3 kills from Mike. That's just fantastic. I think really well played from Mike. A bit silly where you're standing. You're completely in the open. You need to be tucked back into the grass. You're just kind of standing there, waving your hands almost like, look at me. I want to die. Come kill me. I want to die. So again, back to this situation. Mike's got you an Uber advantage. You need to build like crazy and move on the number. Again, just need to be building this charge up. So all you want to do is build up the Uber. Be ready on a position to push. 85. Need to move around in a position to push. 90. 95, need to be almost pushing. This is better. This is a little bit better. Just in, just in, just in. Well played. Again, a little bit unfortunate they've got Uber. I'd imagine he's only just got the Uber, so a little bit unfortunate. I would have expected you to have a little bit more of a charge advantage than that, but I guess medic going down and between you getting a soldier to build with you and just sort of standing there has wasted a bit of time. So back to this situation again. Got 3 minutes 40 odd left for time. Gonna build yourself up an Uber. Let's see what you do with this one. 85, even Ubers. So just, you know, a little bit of casual spam. I think it's nice what you're trying to do, but you've got no real end result. They're just going to heal up this spam. They're buying themselves a lot of time. I guess Mike's gone in to try and get the pop. Again, can't really tell if it's been popped. You've taken 2 frags out though, which is nice. You know, it is a numbers advantage at the end of the day. But your demo's gone down again. Uber's out of them. Just fall back with your soldiers. There's nothing more to do. You just need to get back out. I guess, you know, time's getting away from you a little bit, so I can understand why Drake's trying to push in to kill the medic. Just think last pushes need an awful lot of work. Just need to find something that works for you. They've just been a little bit weak. Snake is quite hard to push on last, but it's not that hard that you shouldn't have capped at least 1 round by now.
Stand on the point.
Just think for the simple fact that you've basically been pushing their last for 15 minutes. I mean, credit to them for defending. They're not giving a lot away, but something's got to give. You're running a sniper now, which is good. Something different to mix it up. Unfortunately, he's gone down, but it is something different. Again, time's getting away from you. 1 minute 30 left on the map. Need to kind of be getting in to draw this. Need to be getting in pretty quickly. You want to try and give yourself option for another push by now. Sniper up top there, you're lucky not to lose your head. Decided to Uber 1 scout in. 1 scout Uber is a little bit weaker. Yeah, you're reliant on him getting a good meat shot to make the medic pop. If you're going to do a scout Uber, it really needs to be 2 to get the full effect of it. So time really not on your side now. It's 40 odd seconds. Got enough time for 1 Uber. Hopefully the Uber to draw. 20 seconds. 4.
Ready to charge!
Probably would have been better just to Uber your soldier there. It would have been more beneficial to keep that soldier up. Time was not on your side. I think if I was looking back at that and it was my team, I would be really disappointed to have not won that map. You were pushing last for 17 minutes. Pushing last for 17 minutes really needs to result in a round win. I just think you didn't use the chances you had. You did have Uber advantage on a couple of occasions, and you just need to move quicker. You need to set the push up and move quicker, go quicker. You're a bit too slow to push at times. You know, it takes you almost 2 minutes to set one push up, and you can get a good push every minute going if you're smart about it. I think you should have gone to crits, or should have used something different, something to break them down. Crits Creed would have at least broken the staleness of it all. I think since I've last watched you, I'm really happy. You kept yourself alive better. You have kept yourself alive better in that demo. Actually, I'm just curious. I'm just a little bit mindful, that you and Flame are not linking up well enough at the moment. Flame is either too far forward or you're too far back. You two need to really fix whatever it needs to be fixed between you two, and you need to bring him into you and Drac. You and Drac are playing quite nicely together, but Flamey needs to be with you and Drac to make this team tick better, because Flame's doing good damage, he's doing good things, and I think the first 2 mids, Flame going down, apart from that your mids were really good, apart from Demo going down on the first 2 mids. Really unfortunate to lose a round because of that back cap, so again just a bad choice has cost you. But I think from what I've seen before, you're really coming along as a medic actually. I like your healing, I do like your Ubers. Just one Uber I think was a bit too late, didn't drop any on that map. Just be a little bit forceful that you want to push a bit earlier. I think that pretty much concludes this demo review of Dagun, who plays in Team Colonslash with Spike himself, the admin from ETF2L. Much love to those guys. Do try to mentor them when I can. Really nice team out there. Reditio, sorry. Team Colonslash Reditio. Sorry, Dagun. Sorry, Spike. Love you both. Much love to those guys. Really unlucky not to win that map. Really need to go through... Oh, shush, Spike. Really need to go through Snake last if I can jump on with you guys. So I've been Fish. Again, if you're interested in getting a demo review like this, feel free to add me on Steam, add into my tips groups, keep looking out for the videos that are coming up. Thanks to Brainmaster again for streaming, you know, spending a lot of time with me, because these videos do take time to produce. So cheers for watching.